You saw the title, you know the tea. It's 19 things we can do to improve in 2019. This was not all just by me. I asked an entire forum of people in the salon industry what they would like to see change in 2019, and they helped me put together this list. Thank you if you were one of those people who suggested one of these things, and thank you for supporting me and my channel. And you know what? I'm really happy that I have such a cool group of people to refer to whenever I have questions about our industry. I hope to be that person for you guys, and if there's anything that I can do to help steer you in the right direction, I will do that. I will make the video, I will talk about it, I'll ask the people whatever needs to be asked, I'll speak for the people. Without further ado, here is the video. Professionalism, professionalism, professionalism. Professionalism, 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 professionalism. Sometimes you may feel like it's just you and your client in the salon, and in other times it may very well be. But always remember to keep a professional presence around guests. Try to keep cursing and negativity out of the conversation, and remember that although this might not be their first time with you, it might be someone's first time in the experience center or receiving a service. Leaving a mess behind yourself in the break room or on the salon floor. Leaving a mess behind yourself, whether it be on the salon floor or the break room, is unacceptable. Yes, we're all the little busy bees making the beautiful people shine bright, but in order for us to help others, we must first help ourselves. Like, clean up after yourself. Never leave your station alone with hair on the floor. Not only is this a slip and fall hazard that many neglect, it's dirty. You must clean your tools between clients. Don't you dare throw an entire bowl of color in the sink. Either clean it yourself or take the excess product and put it in the trash. Be respectful. Be respectful. That's all we're asking for. If you do not have an assistant, or the salon that you work at does not have an associate that cleans for you, you must do it yourself. As for the break room, if something has been in the refrigerator for more than 5 days, the assistant or anyone at that matter has the right to throw it away. Staying up to date with trends and education. I know trends change constantly, and education seems like it's everywhere yet nowhere at the same time. The real ones are expensive, and the free online tutorials are a dime a dozen with little weight behind it. But just remember that education is what got you here. And it sets you apart from the novice. So to remain a professional, try to fit in at least 2 or 3 classes a year, whether it's an online tutorial or a physical workshop. Really, those are fun too. Follow your favorite designers on Instagram and YouTube. Visit the makeup counters at your local mall, or even just go window shopping. It'll help you get inspired. Also, you can go to your local beauty supply shop and see if they have any freelance educators posting flyers about their upcoming events. Also, your salon distributor might have some information on local educators as well. Why are we skipping consultations? Why are we skipping the consultation, you guys? What is the usual? We don't need to be saying that anymore. Honestly, no more. The usual is long gone. The usual was last year. So what are we doing this year? Not the usual.
Not the usual.
By the way, the usual doesn't exist anymore. You could even do a brow wax. Your hair's always growing on your face. You cannot skip a consultation, you guys. You cannot skip the consultation. The consultation is the bond between you and your client. Even if it really is just the usual, even if it really is just a root color, a root touch-up, if it's been the same root touch-up for 15 years, maybe it's time to switch it up. It's okay to sit your client down and be like, hey, I understand that you really like this level 5 natural, but how about a gloss? This is a great time to introduce add-ons. And I know some people will come back at me and be like, oh, I don't have time for add-ons. You know, we book them this amount of time every time. Consultation doesn't just have to be about product recommendations. It doesn't have to be about add-on services. Sometimes the consultation is just checking in to make sure that your client is feeling okay that day. Sneak in a quick little neck massage or a scalp massage. Brush their hair and say, hi, how are you today? It could be a check-in. How's your mom? How are the kids? How was Mardi Gras? Easy. If it's all the same and all the usual, that's just fine. But you do want to check in. Settling for less, knowing what you're worth, and when is it okay to work for free? This could be an entire video on its own. This gives me anxiety just thinking about it. This is a whole video on itself. Let's just do this because I've had a hard time. We're gonna make this its own video. So I promise this is the next video that will come out. You do not have to settle for minimum wage. If you're new on the scene, you might have to settle for minimum wage just for a little bit. And then when to work for free? Really never. You should never work for free. But when you do, just make sure that it's benefiting you in the most positive light. So whether they're giving you a shout out for a shout out, whether you're doing it for trade for pick, or you are just doing it because it's your best friend and it's her wedding. Make sure that you are benefiting from this. You should never work for free for no reason. Next video coming soon, I swear. Sit down. We have to sit down. I didn't really realize how serious this was until I had hurt myself really badly. And so pretty much like physically, I personally physically have to sit down because I'm damaged in that way. But even whenever I wasn't, I was realizing very quickly that I was overworking myself. And a lot of the stylists around me were overworking themselves as well. You must rest. You are a human. You cannot work yourself to death or you won't perform at your best. If you're booked the entire day, you must give yourself a lunch break. You must. There's no feeling guilty about it. There's no, oh, well, I don't have time. No, you always have time. If you're booked to the point to where you don't have time to take a lunch, you need to go up on your prices or you need to get a better schedule because we have a very physical job and we must take care of our body so we can take care of others. If you work in a corporate salon, they probably already have a break made up for you. And by law, they have to let you take a break. Even whenever I was working at Ulta, I was allowed two 10-minute breaks. So it was 20 minutes, but it was spread out. I had two 10-minute breaks throughout a shift. So if I worked more than 7.5 hours, I was able to take a 30-minute break. Now I know in some boutique salons, that's not really regulated, but you must regulate it yourself. If you are booked back to back, then you need to go to your superior and ask them for either a price increase or a designated lunchtime. If you're new and you have gaps in your schedule, make sure to even just block off 20 to 30 minutes for a lunch break. That way they're used to having it on your books and you're used to having it on your books. And if you do get back-to-back clients and for some reason you can't sit down, that's an extra 20 minutes that you have to rearrange your life that day. It gives you a buffer. Stop seeing others as competition because in all honesty, teamwork, it makes the dream work. Take all that negativity and make it positive. If it's a client, offer them some comforting tea or a nice neck massage. And if it's a fellow stylist, see if they want to talk it out in the back or take a quick break. They might just need to go to the bathroom. Brush your client's hair. Brushing your client's hair is so important, you guys. And I think that it's something that is skipped over because a lot of us skip the consultation. I feel like it is looked over relatively quickly because it seems so minute and small. But even if it's something as simple as doing a root touch-up or doing a simple blowout, brushing their hair, one, gives you an opportunity to bond with your client, and two, gets any little knot, kink, or tangle out of their hair before you start giving them a service so it can all go smoothly and productively. Be consistent with your service elevators. A huge key to getting a bigger paycheck, you guys. You must do service elevators. Again, even if it's as simple as brushing your client's hair. We don't all have to do hand massages of the bowl. We don't all have to do neck massages before a haircut. But what is really great is that we can all sit there, take a second, and brush their hair and really bond with the client. They help you look more professional, more put together, and opportunity to spoil your guests and have them remember why you're different than everyone else. Recommend those products. This is another easy way to make sure that your paycheck is constantly growing. No matter if it's a simple blowout or a full color service, there is always a product to be recommended. I promise. Slipping it into conversation so nonchalantly they don't even notice. It does not have to be a salesman pitch. It can be as easy as, this is what we're using in your hair today, or did you like the shampoo that we used last time? Do a good blowout. Having a good blowout is like icing on the cake for most clients, and it helps them remember how fabulous their hairstylist was. Send those birthday cards. Don't forget to send those cards. From 20% off to even a free birthday blowout, everyone will benefit from this. Your clients will benefit from it because they're gonna look good on their birthday. And then you'll benefit from it because you would have had a client in your chair on that day. Almost a guaranteed client. Get social. Getting social means getting to know your surroundings, your environment, and the city that you live in. You want everyone to know your name, so you need to be where everyone's at. Go to local events, whether it's the theater, a live show, or an art fair. You can pass out your cards all day, every day, and you won't seem silly. Give back. It doesn't always have to be picking up trash off the side of the road. Remember that there are galas and balls held all year round to support St. Jude's, breast cancer, and local animal shelters. Giving back doesn't have to be crazy hard. It can be super fashionable, and you can pass out your cards while you're there. It's okay to be a product snob. Straight up, it's okay to be a product snob. It's okay to be a product snob. It's okay to be a product snob. I personally love Aveda. Hello, I'm a product snob. It's okay to not have an answer if a guest asks you what your favorite drugstore shampoo and conditioner is. Simply say you don't have one and recommend something that you sell at the salon that would work best for their hair type. Hydrate yourself. You should be drinking 2 glasses of water for every glass of coffee that you drink. Remember that coffee does not hydrate you, water hydrates you. We tend to not hydrate ourselves enough, and that is our bad. If you don't feel comfortable keeping a glass by your station, try a little water bottle, or every time that you go back to mix up color, take a swig of water.
Clean out the dryer filter.
And not just in the dryer. Not just in the dryer where all the towels go. No, no. No, no. You also have to clean the dryer filters on your hair dryer. This is so important.
You must clean your dryer filters on your dryer. You must clean your dryer filters on your dryer. For your filter to keep working, you must clean it.
It is 2019, and we all must be utilizing social media, updating our websites, and making sure that all of the necessary contact information is on all platforms. That includes Google, that includes Reddit, that includes Facebook, Instagram. No matter what platform a potential guest is on, they should be able to easily find your contact information. Okay, so this is a bonus. So really it's 20 things, but 19 of them were pretty harsh. Like, come on, you guys, we gotta get it together. But number 20 is one of my absolute favorites. It was one of the easiest ones for me to put out for you guys. Bonus material, here it is. Remember that this is your art. Remember that this is your craft. Remember that you went to school for this. And remember that no matter what, you are a professional and you can do anything you put your mind to. But you must follow the basic rules to succeed in what we do. It is fun, and I know it's stressful and I know it's tiring, but you can do this. Remember that you are an artist.